topic now. Move on to our next news. South Korea's National Security Advisor Wi Sung-lac is back in Washington. This marks his second visit in 2 weeks as Seoul scrambles to prevent new U.S. tariffs. President Trump has set an August 1st deadline to secure a trade deal or impose a steep 25% tariff on South Korean goods. It's a major early challenge for South Korea's new president, Lee Jae-myung, who took office just a month ago. Wi is expected to hold talks on trade, security, and investment. On his previous trip, he met Secretary of State Marco Rubio and suggested a possible early summit between the two leaders. Now we go back to our guest discussion with Raymond Vickery. He's a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce. Thank you, Vickery, for staying with us. What are the key economic and strategic considerations the U.S. must weigh when deciding whether to impose this 25% tariff on South Korean goods, especially amid ongoing security cooperation with Seoul?
Well, the security implications are very, very strong. The idea that you can somehow separate economics and tariffs out from the overall security situation is wrong. It's all part of one reality, and you can't do what President Trump announced on April 2nd, which is to impose extraordinarily high tariffs and expect the security relationship not to be damaged. This is the significance of the National Security Advisor from South Korea coming at this time, because these two areas of security and economic engagement are intimately connected. This approach of my way or the highway in regard to tariffs has a very harmful effect in trying to pull together a coalition, including South Korea, Japan, Australia, India, through the Quad, if you will, to contain China, which is the actor which wants to operate outside the rule of law, to take over areas of India, Arunachal Pradesh, and the South China Sea, wants to use force to get Taiwan back, and South Korea is fundamental to this. So you can't say to South Korea, listen, we're going to impose a so-called reciprocal tax, which really is based upon not any kind of factual approach, but somehow an idea that any trade deficit that the United States has with a country has been imposed illegally on the country. You can't take that approach and expect to build the kind of coalition, the cooperation necessary to maintain world peace and build prosperity at the same time.
Thank you very much, Raymond Vickery, for joining us today and sharing your insight throughout our news as a former U.S. Assistant Secretary of Commerce. Now we move on to our next